Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are going to be doing a reading for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. So for today's reading, I am going to start out by shuffling the Energy Oracle cards deck. While I'm shuffling and beginning to tune into the energies, if you do want to channel a specific message from the reading today, you can do so by liking the video and subscribing to the channel, because these are forms of energetic transference, and this allows me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you. I immediately got this butterflies in my stomach feeling, and I'm sensing as though the energy coming through is of someone who is feeling very nervous towards you. I'm getting a wave of chills as well. I'm feeling like this is a highly spiritual connection, and this particular person is just now becoming aware of the spiritual nature of the bond between the two of you. Now, for whoever I'm picking up on here, this could be someone from your past, present, or future, because of course, time and distance are irrelevant when it comes to energy. But I am getting that for many of you, this is someone that you have been consciously aware of or consciously connected with in the past. This is someone, I heard ancient. Your soul connection with this person is very ancient. And for some reason, I'm picking up that this person very much has a warrior kind of spirit. This feels like a masculine energy for many of you, although of course, when it comes to these labels, divine masculine and divine feminine, we all do have a balance of both energies within each of us, and they aren't necessarily tied to any particular gender. So use your own intuition and really determine how those labels may or may not resonate for you personally. But for many of you listening, I'm getting that you are going to be connecting here as the divine feminine, as of course, most of our YouTube collective does identify more so with their divine feminine polarity. We do have many beautiful divine masculines here as well, but the majority of people tuned in and co-creating here do happen to be more so in resonance with the divine feminine at this time. So what I'm picking up is that this particular masculine energy, again, they have this spirit of a warrior. This may be someone who... This absolutely is someone. I'm correcting that because I'm sensing that whoever this person is, they have definitely incarnated in past lives as a soldier or someone who was in many great battles throughout history. In this lifetime, it's possible that for some of you, this is someone who is in the military or was in the military at some point in time. But even if that isn't the case, what I'm really picking up is this may be someone who comes off to others as being a bit cold or harsh at times, or possibly being argumentative with other people. This really isn't their true core nature. This is a manifestation of that warrior spirit within them. Like, this is someone who doesn't fear confrontation. They are willing to speak their mind. This may be someone as well who has a bit of an edgier sense of humor or likes to use sarcasm. In fact, at times, this person may even use humor to cover some of what they're actually feeling to kind of avoid expressing true, deeper feelings, because it seems like someone who is a bit uncomfortable with being openly affectionate and openly sharing about their feelings, again, because of that kind of warrior spirit that they have about them. Now, there's more that I do want to share about this ancient soul connection between you, but I have to address this Goddess of the Moon card coming out here, because this is your energy, divine feminine, and the fact that when this masculine thinks of you, this card is reversed means that they're feeling very disconnected from you in the 3D in a conscious way. I'm hearing they want to be closer to you. Take that as it resonates. This could be emotional closeness. This could be geographic closeness if there is a physical distance between you. But I just get the sense of this person with the strategy card planning ways to get closer to you. That's the strongest message coming through here. For some reason, I keep seeing like a star or a pentagram or some kind of symbol like that coming out here with multiple points that could be resonant for someone listening. What I am getting about this connection is that it's very much written in the stars, in the sense that the two of you share a very deep soul history. So regardless of how much or little you've connected consciously and physically in this particular incarnation, it's really irrelevant because of how deep your soul bond with this person goes. And the words uncomfortably emotional are coming out here. So what I'm getting is this person is feeling uncomfortably emotional about you. They may be someone who typically doesn't, and again, I referenced this earlier, but they aren't necessarily comfortable with being openly affectionate and expressing their emotions. But I'm getting that when it comes to you, they can't help themselves, in the sense that whether they express it or not, they are overflowing with feeling. If this is someone that you have had some kind of conscious interaction with in this life, I'm getting that they've actually gotten really emotional. I'm almost seeing someone crying. It could be possible that they've shed tears over you or the idea of this connection or missing you, but this is something they would most likely never ever share, because they like to present themselves as someone who isn't rattled by anything, someone who is very brave, very courageous. Possibly they like to even be perceived as unfeeling, because I keep getting something about it making them feel like more of a man. Now, of course, this masculine doesn't have to be a literal man physically, but it's almost like they were raised or taught either by their family or by society to be tough and to present a cold exterior, regardless of their gender here. And that has actually caused them to really typically close off a lot of their emotions. In fact, I'm getting that if this particular masculine has had relationships or connections in the past, they may have actually come off to these other partners or people as not being very affectionate or being withholding of affection, when really this is someone who's just very uncomfortable being either emotionally or physically affectionate with most people, most feminine energies. But there is something very different and very unique about the way they feel towards you, divine feminine. Now, for some of you, this could be futuristic. So, of course, this could be a person coming into your life, but with adjacent possibilities reversed, they are very heavily fixated on you. And in the sense that I'm hearing there's no one else. I'm not sure why I'm getting that so strongly. Like, this person feels as though there isn't really room in their heart for anyone else besides you. They can't really consider another option in a real-time way besides you. Even if this is someone who has been in karmic relationships or connections, even if they are currently in a karmic connection, it doesn't really matter, because at an energy level, even in the level of their mind, their conscious mind, they really aren't seriously considering long-term options besides you, Divine Feminine. It's like, I see two people growing old together. I mean, this masculine may really be thinking about wanting to really spend the rest of their life with you. Now, what else can I channel about this particular masculine? Of course, we have the yin yang card reversed. So this is my number one twin flame card in the deck. So it's very possible that we're dealing with a twin flame connection here. Although that may not be the case for everyone. This may be a high level soulmate as well, but I am getting that this is a connection that runs very deep with freedom in the reverse position. This masculine is feeling trapped in their feelings at this time. That's what's coming out the most strongly. In fact, the feelings that they're having come up towards you and about this connection are so strong that it's actually distracting them when they try to focus on their day-to-day reality. So I'm getting that when this person goes to work or is driving or is just going about their day, they naturally find their feelings redirected towards you. This is someone who typically finds it very easy to shut off their feelings and emotions, almost just like turning off a faucet, where they could in the past at will kind of shut off needing to feel certain things. This is someone who's been through a lot of grief or trauma or pain in the past. I feel like this is a masculine very familiar with loss, whether they've lost someone in their life or someone from their past, or whether they've just been in a state of grieving recently. I feel as though during those times of grieving, they were still able to manage their emotions and particularly how they were externally perceived by other people. But when it comes to you, Divine Feminine, I'm hearing mystery, like you are a mystery to them. But part of that mystery is, where is the off switch for these feelings? Why can't I turn off my feelings towards you in the way that I've always been able to do in the past? With the Wheel of Fortune upright, there's a very strong chance energy around this connection and this person really wanting to take a chance on you and on this bond moving forward. I feel as though there is some kind of obstacle or difficulty here. Only you will know what that is for you. It may be that there's some kind of distance or some kind of separation between you, and it's almost as though someone here is going to or would have to radically change or upheave their life in order to make this work. But I feel the masculine here, it's almost like they're ready to jump 2 feet in, already feeling this sense of, I want to take a huge chance on you and on this connection. The ironic thing is, I feel that in past connections, they've actually been very hesitant to move forward. They may have been considered non-committal by past people in their life or someone who didn't really do well with relationships or commitment. But I feel that this is because regardless of whether or not the two of you have been consciously connecting recently or ever in this incarnation, they've always sensed you, Divine Feminine, at a soul level, because there is that soul bond between the two of you. It's almost like this person, although they may not believe in the concept of soulmates, twin flames, timelines, etc., with the 10 of Cups reversed, it's almost like they are grieving a timeline, possibly even a past life where the two of you were together in a more consistent, stable way. Maybe a past life where you had a family together or were married or just together in some kind of long-term bond or relationship. if you have a past with this person in this lifetime, then they could be consciously grieving that as well. But I do feel that for many of them, there's almost this sense of mystery even around that. Like, why am I grieving or feeling this longing, like a sense of grief for a connection, for being together with Divine Feminine, when again, that may have never happened in this particular lifetime. They may actually be sensing a past lifetime where the two of you were together. It's almost like this masculine is waking up to some of the terms of a soul contract between the two of you that have recently been activated in a new way. So if you've been feeling some kind of a new energy here or a new pull towards this person, it may actually be because there has been this underlying soul contract between the two of you. But what I'm getting from your guides is that the terms of that soul contract have been activated in a new way recently. So because that's coming up here in the extended version of the reading, I am going to be reading more deeply into your soul contract with this person. So potentially what those terms of your contract might look like, what the purpose may be of the two of you connecting or being in each other's lives, as well as more information on how this masculine is thinking and feeling towards you at this time, because what's been coming out is really a lot of charged emotionality on the side of the masculine here. And I have a feeling that many of you Divine Feminines have been feeling some of this masculine's emotions as well. So you might find yourself randomly feeling this wave of longing or love or sadness or something that just seems to come out of nowhere. And I'm getting from your guides, it's very possible that this actually could be you picking up on this masculine's energy through energetic transference, because that energy bond between you, while it's always been there, I almost feel like it's been dormant for a while. So for some of you, that dormancy may have been because you hadn't met this person yet physically. For others of you, there may have been a long period of physical separation, but something has really reactivated that bond and opened that kind of pathway between you in a stronger way. So definitely be gentle with yourself. If you've been feeling a lot of those emotions, take a lot of time to care for yourself, to rest, to move your physical body in ways that feel good, to kind of process out some of those energies that may or may not be yours. So with that being said, I also want to channel into any other potential energies that could be attached to you at this time. So these could be platonic energies, romantic energies. They also could even be spiritual energies. So these could be messages from your spirit guides or your own higher self. And as always, only take the messages that truly resonate with your own intuition. So, what other energies are attached to Divine Feminine? Okay, so we have the contract card in the upright position. Something rebalancing here. This could be a karmic situation, relationship, or pattern of some sort coming to the surface. If that is the case, then I'm getting that whatever this karmic thing is, it's coming to the surface in a more profound and conscious way. Can I get more clarification on what is coming to the surface karmically? Okay, so someone I'm tuning into here maybe releasing some kind of lower vibrational pattern, but it's also possible that releasing that lower vibrational pattern within yourself has naturally caused you to disconnect from some kind of external person, situation, or environment that you've outgrown as a result of healing this pattern. Now, this won't necessarily apply to everyone. This almost feels like more of a continuation on a thematic message that's been coming out in a few recent readings lately over the weekend regarding a person or situation that may have been weighing down your energy artificially. And I said that in those readings, it's almost as though you were clearing out that old pattern and it was causing you to outgrow a particular person or situation. For some reason, I'm hearing that person doesn't want to let you go. If it's a person that you've outgrown, even if they were the one that left you or you felt rejected by them after outgrowing them, know that this person is going to be coming back around, trying to re-enter your life. I'm hearing they always come back. You might have this experience, Divine Feminine, where people that you choose to disconnect from or that choose to disconnect from you tend to come back into your life or come back into your energy fields months or years down the road. And this has been coming up in downloads that have been coming through recently. But what I'm picking up very strongly is that this is because you carry an extremely rare and high vibrational energy. And anyone who is once connected to your high vibrational energy, anyone who gets a taste of that will actually forever be connected to you quantumly in some sense. So you may never interact with them again in this incarnation, but they will always sense your energy and your vibration. And as you continue to grow, to shift, to evolve, that actually emanates out a signal to our whole quantum field, our whole collective web of global consciousness, so to speak. And this is felt by everyone, but it's consciously recognized by those who have interacted with you at some point in this lifetime. This is because while everyone is able to sense your shift in the quantum field, those who have touched your soul frequency specifically are able to recognize that soul signature, that kind of mark, that stamp of approval, so to speak, that is on that signal that you're sending out. So it's like they recognize it and sense that you've shifted in some way. And then they respond to that very often by reaching out or trying to come back into your life or moving towards you because they sense that you're going through these really powerful, positive transformations. My guides are telling me it's kind of like if you were able to show a billboard to the entire world with your full name on it. So everyone was able to see that, but only people who have met you and know your name would recognize that it's you and respond to you physically, specifically. Like they might reach out and call you or text you and say, hey, I saw your name on this billboard. I know this is a really odd metaphor, but essentially it's the same. When you send out some kind of signal in the quantum realm through shifting yourself individually, so you up-level yourself or your life, or you set a new goal or begin moving towards a dream, whatever the case is, it's like sending out that billboard, except instead of your name, it's your soul frequency that's attached to it. And anyone who identifies consciously your frequency will then respond to it in the physical world. And the reason that your guides are delivering this message, if this is resonating, is because you are going to be increasingly experiencing this phenomenon of people reaching out or coming back, almost like others, even people you haven't talked to in a year, 5 years, 10 years, friends from childhood. You might find that people suddenly pop into your life or try reaching out to you because you've really come online in the spiritual sense. In the past, you may have felt like a complete hermit, as though nothing you were saying or doing was really being felt or sensed by others. You may have felt very alone. But what you're going to find increasingly is that your guides have been revealing your brand new higher level frequency with the collective. They've been revealing this in a sense, putting you online spiritually, sending out this signal that many people connected to you are going to be feeling and responding to. So this will explain to you why, in particularly the coming months and years after you are listening to this reading, but even just in the next few weeks or the coming months, you are going to find people coming back. And you may even have that phrase kind of hitting your mind. They always seem to come back. And this may help to explain to you why. Now, of course, with all of that being said, a powerful lesson that we, particularly as divine feminines, are learning at this time is that just because someone comes back doesn't mean we need to receive them. So you are going to be called to use a great deal of discernment when it comes to who you are going to allow fully back into your physical life and who you are going to either not allow back into your life or set very strong boundaries with. So all of this to say, wow, I really wasn't expecting any of those messages, but thank you to whoever was here co-creating those pieces of information. I always say this, but we really are all co-creators here of this channel and of all of the videos that come through here. So thank you so much for co-creating with me here in this reading. Okay, so going back to this pattern you're releasing in yourself, you may have chosen to upgrade your life or yourself in a way that has naturally disconnected you from a person or environment who subconsciously was latching on to you in that lower vibrational state. I don't feel like this person was necessarily doing that intentionally or maliciously, but what I'm getting is this is just one example. This won't apply to many people, but for example, if you healed a pattern around anxiety or insecurity, there may have been a friend or even a romantic person or a family member, someone who always used to talk to you when you were in that state of anxiety, and they may have actually been kind of getting a mutual benefit from that. Maybe you both were in a very negative place and you would help each other, which of course in that other timeline was extremely mutually beneficial and possibly a beautiful thing at the time. But as you've grown and evolved and healed that pattern from within yourself, what may be happening is it's illuminating to this person those parts of them that used to connect with that lower vibrational version of you that they themselves have not yet healed. And this is presenting them with a choice point. It's essentially giving them the choice. Am I going to mirror divine feminine's healing and go within myself, do my shadow work and heal those patterns within me? Or am I going to project out my refusal to heal in the form of resentment or disconnect or whatever the case may be, whatever vibrations are causing the two of you to part ways or disconnect? Now, do keep in mind, this doesn't even have to be a person. This even could be a job, an environment, a location, a certain life path. Only you can know how this resonates for you. But this really has the energy of some kind of person or system that is ejecting you out of it because you are no longer in vibrational resonance with it because of the way that you've healed. So a powerful message from your guides is to keep holding that higher vibrational stance, to not allow your potential sadness over having disconnected from this person or situation cause you to dip back down vibrationally solely for the purpose of reconnecting with it or reconnecting with them. So I'm going to be reshuffling the cards here and seeing what other energies might be attached to you at this time. Okay, a card just came flying out. And this is the solar plexus chakra in the upright position. And I just saw the number 555 as well. So what I'm getting from this card is that you are going through some kind of major glow up at this time, or you might be feeling a major boost in your confidence or your sense of self-esteem. But the thing is about this confidence boost is it feels very aligned with your heart space as well. I'm hearing that you have a heart-centered confidence that is causing you to really glow. So let's see what else I can channel about this energy, specifically about this confidence. I'm hearing authentic confidence. This also could be a silent confidence. So you are someone that doesn't have to tell others that you are confident in yourself or your work or who you are. It's something that silently emanates off of you like a signal. And there is something really beautiful about this authentic, confident energy that you are giving off. Okay, we have walking away reversed and also the yin yang card in the reverse position. So once again, we do have that twin flame card coming out here. So I feel that many of you may be or may have been at some point on a twin flame path. So most likely I will be including that term twin flame in the title of the video. But what I'm getting is regardless of how that particular twin flame journey, or maybe for some of you, this is just a journey of unconditional love, regardless of how that has turned out in the physical, the really beautiful thing about this journey is it's been really bringing you back home to yourself and locking you in with a close connection to your intuition. And what I'm getting very strongly is that in the past, you may have tried to fight your intuition for the sake of keeping something or someone in your life. And at this point, you have released any of that need to control or to fight that knowing of your soul, even when it has created complications in your life, even when it presents unknowns. You have learned to embrace those unknowns rather than fighting against. I do get, however, that there might be the energy of someone connected to you who is very much fighting their own intuition or going against the flow of their own life with the third eye chakra reversed and the woman holding a coin reversed. This has kind of a karmic feminine energy, so this could be a feminine friend, a family member. This also could be someone attached to a masculine in your life as well. If it's someone attached to a masculine, particularly a masculine who was romantic with you at one point, I'm getting that this particular person may have actually advised this masculine to go against his heart and his intuition because they themselves were very out of alignment. I just keep getting they were really moving against the flow, like the natural flow or the unfolding of how things should have moved forward in alignment here. This is a person who is extremely overly logical and very, very closed off to spiritual things. They're very much disconnected from their own intuition. And again, I do feel that this may have led this person, if they're in your life, they may have tried to advise you or pressure you to go against your intuition, or if they're in the life of a masculine connected to you, they may have advised him to go against his heart, which was the direction that his intuition was guiding him here. If that is the case, if this is related to someone connected with you, I feel like they are going to be experiencing a lot of exposure of truth regarding what their heart has truly been telling them here. I'm just hearing like them saying, I don't care what anyone tells me to do or what anyone thinks about this. I'm moving towards it regardless, because they're really feeling the pull of the sense of connectedness and alignment that they feel with you. Now, again, if this is actually related to someone in your life who may have been trying to pressure you to go against your own heart or your own intuition, I feel that the message is the same, where you are going to be pulled by such a strong sense of alignment with a particular dream, goal, vision, or desire that nothing can really keep you from moving towards that. You are going to have that beautiful attitude of not caring what anyone else thinks or says about what choices you make from the heart for yourself, because you derive now your sense of confidence from the heart, as we spoke on with that solar plexus energy connecting to the heart chakra. So, wow, lots of powerful messages coming through the reading. I am going to pull a final Rumi oracle message, but I also want to let you know that in the extended version of the reading on Patreon, I am going to be channeling more into other energies that may be connected with you at this time, as well as, of course, more information about that first masculine that came out at the beginning of the reading. I will also be channeling into any potential additional messages from either your spirit guides or your higher self, whatever divine forces you personally connect with. So again, all of that will be in the extended version of the reading in our beautiful soul tribe on Patreon. And the link to that is always in the pinned comment and description box under the video. What is one final message to close out the reading here? Hand of Fatima. So I'm just going to read a message from the guidebook here. And the guidebook says, I actually flipped past the page by accident. It's almost at the very end of the guidebook, which also could be a message that something is coming full circle here or coming fully into fruition. I also feel like that's something that might be more deeply read into in our extended reading today. So the guidebook says, I can never leave you, not for a moment, not for an hour. You are in everything I do. You are my everything. My drink is your sweetness. I move to your command. I am a surrendered prey in your hands, and you are my consuming lion. Your soul and my soul are truly one soul. I swear to our one soul, I long for no one but you. In the garden of your grace, I am only a germinating sprout. The crown of my blooming is the desire to be in your arms. Rumi. And the guidebook also says, this oracle brings you the guidance that what is being born in your life right now, in your consciousness as a seed, perhaps of a new way of being, a new idea, belief system, philosophy, or sense of self, is going to come to maturity under the loving protection of the Divine Mother. You are also being asked to heed your intuition and instincts, have some discernment about who you involve yourself with, and how you choose to use your time and energy. Give yourself permission to say your no and yes as dictated by your heart. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. If you did resonate with the reading today, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And of course, if you feel guided to it, the link to the extended Patreon reading where we will be heading to next is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. I am sending you all so much love today. Take care, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.